may involve adult themes and strong language. This is the Curse of Penance RPG.
Welcome to episode 17 of the Curse of Penance RPG. Who are you? What are you? And what is your favourite bird? Starting with Belry.
Well, howdy there. My name is Karen Lebowski. I am the number one mother in all of Barovia, currently trying to find my son who's gone missing, but that is not connected in any way. My favourite bird is probably the noble chicken. It provides me with eggs and meat, and it goes caw. I don't fucking know what to do.
Chickens don't go caw.
I do now.
Caw.
Yeah. Meg.
Hi, I'm Amy. I play Meghren. She's our human rogue and squeezebox enthusiast. Meg's favourite bird would be a crow, like Diaval, her pet. It's her buddy.
Okay. AJ.
Hey, I'm AJ. I play Ozmand, Tiefling Bard, and I guess I've got to go with the puffin. Just, they're pretty neat.
Fair enough. And Rosie.
From the Dead Horse podcast, I play Rosie, and gotta say I don't have a favourite bird because I find them terrifying.
Okay.
They're so scary.
What, even pigeons?
Scary, but
Flamingos.
yes, the legs.
Their beaks, maybe?
Penguins?
Ostrich.
No, penguins are alright, but are they birds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not back to this again, please.
My brother once phoned me up to ask me, because his friend, he was having an argument with his friends, and I got a call that went, Ben, are fish animals?
I think you've
They're
told
not
the
plants,
story
are
before.
Good, because it's not a very good story.
Did you see the, I can't remember which comedian does the sketch about when he went to Edinburgh Zoo and he got introduced to the penguins and he says, this is these penguins, and this is our gay couple penguins. And he went,
Yeah.
That's fantastic, why? And he's like, yeah, can you tell the difference between a male and female penguin? Because most penguins can't. And penguins mate for life.
Aww, life partners.
Did you see that video
It's
from a
adorable.
zoo where like a pelican, like there was the penguins, and then a pelican comes along and just eats a penguin and flies off? Fucking pelican stole my sandwich when I was a child and I'm still not over it.
Yep, you've told us that story before,
I know.
remember that.
That's how not over I am.
There's no Tops this week because he is in... AJ, where is he?
I think he's in Salisbury.
Okay. So if you're in Salisbury and you've seen Matt walking around, poke at him and say, why are you not recording? So, what happened last week?
Previously on the Curse of Penance RPG.
We went further into the castle and came across our giant friend Tammy, who, as usual, wasn't too happy to see us. Who did we meet? We met somebody else, didn't we?
We met Gertrude.
That was it, yeah. And she wasn't too impressed with us either. Then we all got in a fight with Tammy in the kitchen, is that right? Yeah, then we had to sort of climb our way up a dumb way to get away.
Yep.
Oh, but we met the skulls as well. Yeah, we
Yeah.
met two skulls at the start, and they had riddles, and their riddles were rubbish, and we quickly outwitted them.
Well, Tubbs murdered them.
Tubbs murdered them, as per usual. Tubbs murdered two innocent skulls, and sent them out of the house, and they floated into the atmosphere.
Does that mean Archie's not here too?
No, Archie's around somewhere as well.
Yeah, I love Archie. Okay, so what happened following our massive fuck up?
Oh, we've just carried on. So we met two skulls. We walked past them. Karen walked through and just opened the door. But we thought we had to answer their riddles. But in the end, we didn't. And then we made our way through, met Gertrude, but we discovered that Tammy was going about, so E.T. was knocking in the halls. And then we chatted to Gertrude. We hid in Gertrude's room for a little bit and then went out, but Tammy came back. Oh, Karen, you lost your mace.
I did.
You lost your mace.
Yeah, but the handle broke off.
Yeah, tacky mace is no more.
You can borrow my bread knife.
That Tubbs isn't here.
I had to cut off my hair.
Oh yeah, you had to
did,
cut off
yeah.
your hair. You lost your hair, yeah.
Because Tammy had hold of it. So
Yeah.
you look at the whole kind of fury.
And I rescued you, Karen. I got you back to the lift.
Oh, that's how I got there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So we convinced Tubbs that Karen had been killed by Tammy.
Yes. Yes.
He got sort of knocked senseless, and when he came round, I thought it'd be funny to tell him that Karen had died. And I
He's
didn't
a
really
bit
have
inconsolable right now, isn't he?
Yeah, I didn't really have a long con going on with that. I just thought it was about time I messed back with him.
At the end of the episode, he did find Karen was awake and was quite overwhelmed by it all.
That is true.
So, you're currently all sitting on the floor next to the dumbwaiter in the dining room, and you hear the sound of coming from down in the kitchen as you sort of get back to your feet and begin dusting the flour and glitter and all the kind of weird shit that you've accumulated from your battle with Tammy. You hear a sort of clockwork sound, and a about 3 foot tall clockwork man walks into the room, looks one at you and goes, "Hi everyone, I'm Piddlewick too!"
What?
And he sort of marches in, and it's like, it's not goose stepping as such, but his arms go up across his chest and back down. It's like he's been a clockwork soldier.
Is he about the same height as Tubbs?
He's about the same height as Tubbs. He's about 3 foot tall.
Does he have a key in his back?
No. He is wearing the sort of old helmets you get with had the sort of round helmets with the spike on the top? He is wearing one of them. And
Hi, what's your name?
hi, I'm Piddlewick too! What is your name, friends? So I may introduce you.
Introduce us to who?
As the character who just doesn't know how to respond, he just stands staring at you with his mouth open.
Oh, okay.
We're CSI Barovia.
So, you are CSI Barovia!
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Okay, who are the rest of you? What is your name?
I'm Ozmand.
Ozmand! Hooray! I'm Piddlewick too!
You're a fan then.
Okay,
So we
I'm
have-
Meg.
So we have CSI Barovia! Ozmand and Meg! Welcome! I'm Piddlewick too! Have
Yeah,
a seat
we
at
got-
table! And he sort of gestures to the table, and you all sort of grudgingly take seats at this table. At this time, since Rosie wasn't with you, I assume Rosie has arrived with Mortikainen and Esmeralda, since they've came to the front door. And let's say Archie's with them as well, just to get Archie involved again.
Hey.
So,
Is he still wearing his mask?
yes.
He's
He's going at the speed
Scooter.
of, going really slowly and walking into the room. And what happens to Tubbs?
Hello, it is me, the Swedish robot with a short intermission. At this point Tubbs was going to record a short explanation why his character was not here. Unfortunately he was not able to send me this in time, so please enjoy some of the potential responses the cast had to wherever was going to happen to knock out Tubbs.
At this point, we will insert what happens to Tubbs.
Editing.
Editing, yes, editing. So,
Hang on, let me give you some options. Oh no, Tubbs! Oh, right on, Tubbs. What? Tubbs?
Where are you going, Tubbs?
Tubbs,
did
put
you-
that back where it came from.
Why did you hit him again?
No,
Tubbs,
Tubbs,
you're
don't kill
fired.
yourself. Oh.
Yeah. Tubbs, you're
Wait,
get out.
it's a good chance Tubbs is going to get clocked in the face because he's going to get knocked out. So if you want to work around that.
Tubbs, look out!
He deserved it.
Yes, he did.
So
I'm sure he'll wake up at some point. You said it, Archie.
So Mordekainen and Esmeralda are with you, and they all take seats around this table. As you hear Piddlewick wandering round, going, "Hi, I'm Piddlewick too. What's your name?" I'm a wizard. Fuck off. Thank you. I'm a wizard. Fuck off. I'm Piddlewick too.
Oh god, could someone switch him off?
And he sort of meanders round. Eventually, he gets all your names, and he goes, "So, what would you like to eat?"
You got any cigarettes?
I could go for a sandwich.
"A sandwich for Ozmand. I will do that now."
Sweet.
He walks over to the dumbwaiter and stares at the wall. And after a couple of seconds, he turns around and says, "The dumbwaiter seems to be blocked. I'll be back shortly." And he sort of trudges back out of the room. At this point, Mordekainen looks at the rest of you and says, "Right, so who is that?"
That's Karen you've met before.
"Right. Well, dear lady," and he looks at Stella, "where is your uncle?" And Stella goes, "I don't know. Everyone's dead. I don't want to deal with it anymore, and everyone's dead." "You must tell me where your uncle is now. It's very important. I've got some..." And you see the staff he's holding kind of light up and then go back dark again. He goes, "I have some things I need to take care of. Show me where he is." And Stella goes, "I don't know where he is." And at this point, Gertruda takes Mordekainen by the hand and says, "I know where he'll be. He'll be in the throne room." And Mordekainen turns to the rest of you and says, "Right, well, I'd like the rest of you to explore this castle, because we need to know where his tomb is. We need to kill him and his tomb. It's the only way to kill a vampire."
Well, we already came through the graveyard.
Yeah, we may
No,
have done
his
that.
tomb will be inside the castle. And it'll probably somewhere near here.
I
At
look
this
under the table.
At this point, you notice Piddlewick reappear from the thing. "I'm very sorry. I have been to the kitchen. There are no chefs here. I'm afraid this means no sandwich for Ozmand."
That's fine, Piggerwick. I'll make do.
Piddlewick sort of stands there and does a sort of small twirl round, and then goes, "I hope you're all enjoying the fun."
That sounds rather ominous.
I mean, I am enjoying the fun.
You hear Gertruda just go, "I'm sick of him. He's a mechanical. He's based on a jester that the Lord used to have. He's only got 4 jokes. Don't start him."
Aren't we glad we left Tubbs behind?
Yeah, I mean, Tubbs has only got 3 jokes.
Is you saying we should replace Tubbs with this automaton?
I'm saying
I don't know.
let's not rule it out.
I don't know. I think we could get really annoyed after a while. Well, really quickly with this guy.
At this point, you hear a and Tammy reappears through the doorway
Oh, fuck!
because Piddlewick has just gone through and taken down the barricade to get to the kitchen.
Oh, fuck!
Oh,
So Tammy has now appeared in the doorway. What do you do?
exposed.
It's not gonna work!
Piddlewick turns round and says, "Hi, I'm Piddlewick too. Who are you?" "Ah, welcome.
Oh.
I'm Piddlewick too." And she smacks him out of the way. He rolls to the side and goes, "Oh no, I've fallen and can't get up. Please help me. Oh no, I've fallen and can't get up. Please help me."
Has he got a life alert bracelet on?
No, he just sort of rolls back and forth on the ground with his arms moving as if he's trying to right himself.
Oh,
But just
God.
keeps repeating, "Oh no, I've fallen and can't get up. Please help me." At this point, Tammy is roaring and moving towards the rest of you. What do you do?
Where's the closest door?
Can I take the bottle of wine I apparently have in my inventory and smash it on the floor?
Bit of a waste of wine, but
Sure.
But she'll have to tidy it up.
I mean, I'm fairly worried about Piggerwick right now. He's the only one who's been nice to me.
He's a robot. He only has so much lines.
Okay, at this point, you hear a sort of... And then you notice a sort of blue and white smoke cover Tammy, and you turn to see Mordekainen is casting something at Tammy. What do you do?
At least we've got somebody competent with us for once.
Can we run in the opposite direction?
Scooby-Doo style.
He looks at you and says, "It's fine. She's been turned into an animal form."
Oh, thank God. Oh, did you change her into a cat?
No, I changed her into an animal. It's random.
Oh.
But the fog will clear in a couple of minutes. You won't have much to deal with. I mean, I don't think she's going to become a bear.
I really hope it's not a tiger.
I really hope it's not a bear.
So, and Gertruda takes him by the arm and says, "Right, Strad's through here." And Mordekainen leaves the room. At the moment, you're all standing around this table with this smoky area being sort of... You hear the sound of bones snapping and rearranging, and you also hear the, "Help! I've fallen and can't get up. Please assist."
I want to assist.
Okay. You go and you pick Pickleback back up, who looks at you and says, "Thank you, Ozmand."
You're welcome, little buddy.
I think you got a fan there, Ozmand.
It's about time.
He sort of walks towards you and says, "I can't offer you sandwiches, I can offer you this." And he walks out the room and comes back a minute later with a bowl of fruit. And he sits it on the table.
Oh, hell yeah.
"I hope you enjoy. I have found you fruit."
How does the fruit look? Does it look fresh?
It looks like fruit. Roll a perception.
I'll have a look as well, just in case. Oh no, maybe not.
Meg picks up one and says, "It looks like perfectly good fruit, Oz," and then takes a bite out of one of the apples. Oz sort of pokes it and goes, "That's made of wax." As Meg now has a mouthful of wax.
Ugh. I just spit it out.
So,
Well,
Pickleback
that's
is
a real
standing there
shame.
with a look in his face like, it's like total joy, but his mouth's lying open.
I'm gonna, because I don't want to hurt his feelings like my companions are often doing to me. I'm going to pocket some of the fruit and be like, I'll save this for later, buddy. Cheers.
Okay, he goes, "Yay!
Oh, yay!
I'm Piddlewick too!"
You sure are.
He's so cute.
He looks at Ozmand and says, "You are my own flying teapot."
Okay.
I think
Sure.
it means he likes you.
I think so.
He looks like he's trying to do a sort of circle on the spot, but he gets halfway through, falls backwards and lands on his side and can't seem to move, and he goes, "Do you get it? It's a tea fling!" As he sort of does a circle on the floor.
Oh no, we've started the jokes.
I do get it, and I like it.
But so
I
besides,
help him. Yeah, I want to help him back up again.
so besides the door that the wizard went through, what other doors are there?
Stella leans down to Piddlewick and says, "Can you show us where the master is?" And Piddlewick goes, "Yes, Stella, I can." Just at this point, you notice the mist fading, and you hear a strange honking sound. Can everyone roll me a d20, please? Rosie gets a start, and it's probably going to affect Rosie more than anyone else because Tammy has become a swan and is now honking and moving towards her, like flapping her wings.
I think that a swan is pretty on brand for Tammy.
Can I go and
Yeah.
kick the swan?
Can you go and what?
Kick the swan.
Roll to kick the swan.
Don't bring it to zero. We'll turn back to Tammy.
You move to split the swan, you kick, your foot crunches as you hit the swan. The swan doesn't react, as if... The swan seems like it's made of metal when you kick it, and the swan turns around and pecks you.
So,
See,
mass
let's
is
see.
conserved.
Where the swan pecks you. It pecks... I was so tempted to say right in the chorizo, but I'm not going to. The swan pecks you in the leg, and your knee feels like it's buckled. And the
Is this
swan
the
is on
leg
top
that,
of you now, pecking you furiously.
So,
Is this the leg that Karen previously took a trident through?
Yep.
Oh dear.
Bad
so
luck.
are we saying that the mass is conserved and this is an incredibly dense swan?
It's a nigh unkillable swan, yes.
Y'all, I think this swan is very dense.
Why don't we just...
It's very heavy. It's currently on top of Karen, pecking her.
Okay, why don't we just shove it into a cupboard and leave it in there?
That's a good idea.
Guys, I've heard that a swan can break your arm head.
I'm gonna try and I'll go for its neck, someone go for one wing, someone else go for the other wing, and we'll just shove it into the nearest cupboard.
There's no way
Okay.
this can possibly go wrong.
There's
Ready, gang?
Ready?
Ready?
Okay. Let me get two. Let's go.
Okay. You all bull rush the swan and try and shove it in a cupboard. It fights you off and just escapes into the hallway, honking profusely.
Well, at least it's off of Karen.
Yeah, and at least it's away from us.
Karen is now covered in bruises all over her top half.
Oh, Karen.
And she's walking quite gingerly. So, what do you do now?
I'm gonna try and roll her a cigarette, because you're all bruised and stuff.
I was just going to say I was going to make a pun, but I had a biscuit in my mouth.
What was the pun?
I was going to say something to the long lines of, but Karen's blonde, in response to gingerly.
It's probably good that you didn't.
But then I did.
Couldn't help yourself, could you?
Okay, so you lean down and Stella is talking to Piddlewick, who is quite enthusiastically telling you to follow him, and he begins to walk up the stairwell.
Well, I want to follow him. He seems cool.
Yeah, I mean, what else have we got on our agenda?
No, he seems kind of like a loser.
Lots aren't losers.
He's probably been in this castle a long time. He's served everybody. He probably knows this place oh god. He probably knows this place like the back of his mechanical hand.
No. I don't trust no mechanical nerds.
Well, if he betrays us, we can... Well, if he betrays us, I'm sure we can push him out a window.
No, he's the kind of guy I would have beat up when I didn't go to school.
Wait, so you'd go to schools that you didn't go to and beat up the nerds?
Karen would go outside school she didn't go to and beat people up.
Karen never went to school, she just waited for the nerds to come out to beat them up.
A childhood well spent.
I brought my school of hard knocks to them.
So yeah, I think we should follow him anyway.
He leads you up this sort of large, expansive spiral stairway. When he gets to the top, he opens the door, and inside is a very in-depth library full of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of very old books.
Oh, we better not let Tammy in here.
Yeah, let's keep this locked up.
So he begins to take you through the library, and
is there anything of interest?
There's literally so many old books. It feels like this is a significantly collector's library. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So he takes you through the library and eventually comes to another door that he opens, and he again leads you up another spiral staircase leading further up. As you get to the top of this staircase, you pass several doors that look like sort of bedrooms kind of thing, like single bedrooms. And as you get to the top, you come out into this, it's like a sort of grand study. To the back of the room, there's this huge balcony which seems to overlook over the entire of Barovia.
Ooh, neat.
And in the middle of the room, there seems to be a man sobbing while 4 or 5 very, let's go with scantily clad elves seem to hang around him. There are some male and female, and they seem to be trying to console him as he's literally sobbing into the table. What do you do?
Do we knock?
Yeah, I feel like we probably don't want to just barge in. You know, it's never a good idea to barge in on a man sobbing surrounded by scantily clad people.
Shall we listen first before we barge in?
Yeah, that's a better idea. Let's listen.
When we do knock, and we do that really obnoxious knock when you're already in the door.
I'm not letting you do that because I hate when people do that. As you get close, Stella sort of puts her arms around Piddlewick to stop him moving forward, and you hear the sound of a man screaming over and over into himself, and then he looks up and he says, "I've lost her!" And the elves are kind of patting him on the shoulder and saying, No, you've not lost her. She's still around. I can't feel her anymore. Her presence has left the region. She must have escaped somehow. But how? How? And the skin-clad elves are just like, No, you've not lost her. She can't be far away. Maybe you've just, forgotten what she feels like. He grabs that one by the throat, and although he's standing with his back to you, you can still see how much anger he has as he holds this female elf by the throat and screams in her face, "If my heart desired whores, I'd have had my fill by now. Get your filthy cunt away from me." And he tosses her to one side.
Oh my god!
Jesus!
And he goes back to sort of brooding over this table as the rest of them sort of begin to back away.
I'm really flashing back to the corpse that you guys made me stab in that.
Yeah, let's not mention it.
At this point, Pigglewick sort of wanders free and wanders into the room and goes, "Da, da, 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 da. Good evening, sire. I present to you CSI Barovia, Ozmand, Karen, and Meg. I'm
Hi.
Pigglewick too."
What up?
And he sort of does a sort of spin on the spot again. And the guy turns round, and you can tell at this point it's obviously Timothy. What do you do?
I knew it. I knew it. Knew it was him.
Howdy there, Timothy. How you doing?
Timothy! That's not his name though.
That's not. Yeah, that's not his name.
He spits at Pigglewick and says, "Who? What? Who are you?" And you hear Pigglewick going, "Do you want me to repeat that, sire?" Straddle looks at Pigglewick and be like, "Just go away." So what did the rest of you do?
I back slowly away. Don't want to get in an argument with a guy who's throwing around the C word like that.
Yeah, Meg's just gonna be apologetic. We'll come back another time.
He looks and goes, "Wait, I've heard of you. You're the ones who killed my cousin, aren't you?"
I don't know, who's your cousin?
Stella
Cubs kill a lot
sort of
of
runs
people.
forward and wraps her arms around him and says, "Uncle Strad, my family are dead."
Oh, yes. Yeah, we did.
He looks down and goes, "Who the fuck are you?" The rest of you doing anything, or should I carry on?
She's
I'm
like your
just
niece.
continually slowly backing away.
We're found like...
Rosie tries to change the subject and says, "We couldn't help but notice someone's gone. Who are you talking about?"
He's basically standing with his arms outstretched as Stella's wrapped round his chest, sobbing into him. He's really not sure how to deal with this. And he looks at you and says, "It's none of your business. Leave."
Well, I couldn't help but
Perhaps
notice you
Stella.
said maybe she's left. Maybe you could help us get out and we could find her for you. We're good at finding people.
Wait, I know about you. You killed my cousin.
No,
And now, the day that my beloved has left the land, you suddenly appear at my door. What did you do to her? Where is she? How are you hiding her?
I'm
Who
sure
are we
it's
supposed to be
just,
hiding?
I'm sure it's just one of them coinkydinks. We found this girl after her mum was dead, and we thought we'd bring her to her last remaining family. We was doing a good thing.
You know I don't mean this creature. And he looks down at Stella and looks back up at you. I mean my beloved.
What did she look like?
Yeah, what was her name?
You notice his anger seemed to fade for a couple of seconds, and he describes in a very bad poetry way Owen Wilson.
Oh,
Oh, well, we've
Wilson.
never met anyone like that.
Last time we saw Wilson, she fell into a river.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
she
That,
got
Yeah.
cursed.
So you have seen my beloved. What?
Yeah, but that was a while ago.
that
She
was weeks ago.
she
Yeah, we
sunk
planted
into,
her dad.
Yeah, and then she sunk into a river she was walking on.
At this point, Piddlewick goes, "See, isn't my marvellous flying teapot fun?" And he spins round in a circle and falls over. And Strad just goes, "I'm sick of you!" And his hand goes out, Piddlewick starts rising into the air, and then gets smashed really hard into the ground. And you hear him
Oh,
going,
shit, no.
"Ah! The flowers, they're blooming marvellous, sire!" Alright, back up again, just smashes him and just keeps smashing and smashing and smashing until Piddlewick was literally just in pieces.
That's pretty cool. How you do that?
Strad turns to you, his eyes are blazing red at this point, and Stella is still wrapped around him, and he's just like, "Get in here. I want to kill all of you."
If you're
I
doing
mean-
that.
You ain't really selling it very well.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to die, so no.
I gotta find my son because I'm the best mother in all of Barovia, and I need to protect my title.
And I have a book to finish.
So,
I've got a new album coming out, and the press tour's coming up, and this has been fun and all, but I really got to, I've got a couple of guitar solos still to write.
Yeah, I appreciate the offer. We'll just be going now. Bye.
At this
I'll send you an
point,
advance copy.
at this point behind you, you hear someone running up the stairs.
Besides, you got other people waiting to see you, so
Yeah, plus it's somebody let a goose out. You should probably find that goose.
Goose?
Yeah, it was some weird looking goose.
Someone set a swan loose in your car, so I think that's probably way more pressing than...
What's going on? It's way more going.
Think of the cleanup.
Yeah, and you gotta be careful. Those swans can like break your arm.
On a way, Scooby-Doo style.
So yeah, you deal with that, and we'll catch you later. Bye.
Catch you on the flippy flop.
At this
Have fun.
point, Mordekainen appears and pushes past all of you and says, "Ha! Beast, now we have our finish." Strahd replies, "Oh, not you again. Why do you torment me so, you pathetic wizard?"
Well, I can see you've got your hands full. Bye.
So, at this point, you begin to hear the sounds of a wizard duel beginning by the immortal cry of "Wizard duel!" And Mordekainen and Strahd, who's still got Stella wrapped around him, begin to like circle each other, and both of them seem to have like big balls of flame and like of varying colours in their hands.
I'm not messing with that.
Should we not try and get Stella out of the way? I mean, she is an innocent.
I've been trying to do that.
Let's try and like leave.
I'm gonna poke my head back into the room and just shout, "Stella! It's not worth it! Get out of there!"
You just hear her going, "All my friends and family are dead."
Stella, you've got to rely on the kindness of strangers.
But you've got all your life left to live! Run!
It's alright, Meg. We tried. Let's just get going.
Alright.
I'm gonna go back and get Stella. Try and rip her away.
At this point, you hear coming up the stairs the biggest angry swan you've ever seen.
Oh, fuck.
Who begins to like sort of try and herd you back up the stairs, going,
I see you. I see you back for round 2.
trying to peck you.
Can I try and close the swan? They have a lot of neck. It shouldn't be hard.
What are you trying to
Close line the swan.
Okay, roll.
It's a very dense swan, though.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
You run and you clothesline the swan. The swan rolls over the back of you and lands beneath you. So the swan is dazed. Karen has been crushed into the stairwell, and the rest of you are watching this as the swan regains its feet and then flaps at you again. What do you do?
I found your swan.
Why don't we toss the swan into the room with them and
Run.
maybe that'll help the situation.
Yeah, we just hope for the best.
Do you guys want to try and like rush the swan again and throw it into the room?
Hurt the swan.
At this
Yeah.
point, behind the swan, you hear.
Archie!
Archie, we need you to bundle this swan into the room.
Archie, help us bundle her in.
It's gonna take ages.
Let's
I'm
see.
just gonna try and grab
Archie
it this
reaches for the swan. Archie grabs the swan by the neck. The swan moves its head suddenly, and Archie's thumb breaks off.
Oh, man.
That
Oh, Archie, we're so sorry.
It's alright.
Right.
We got another Archie. Don't worry about it.
Your master will fix it. Don't worry.
Where is Tubbs through all of this, by the way?
I feel like we left him under the table downstairs.
Yeah, he's probably safer there.
Okay, so from inside the room itself, you hear a "I'm Bingle Wick too," and you hear the sound of fireballs hitting a wall.
Right, we gotta deal with something.
Tubbs will be loving this.
This is just the kind of thing he's into.
Fireballs flying
shame.
everywhere.
It's a shame that thing happened to him and he couldn't be here right now.
Yeah, you know, the incident.
Right, so what are we gonna do, guys?
You've got a swan,
Now
you've
kill
got
the
Archie, and you've
swan.
got a wizard duel going on. What do you do?
So here's what I
Gets
think we
out a
should do.
cross. Rosie gets out a crossbow and goes, "Can I use this yet on someone to win some fight?
It's been 17 episodes.
Can I get in the wizard duel, the swan?"
You can get into either. You can't. You probably won't do much to the swan, considering the swan's indestructible, basically. But
Yeah,
you
so-
can fire on the wizard duel if you want.
Try and aim for someone's head.
Wait, who's good and who's Strahd is bad, right?
Yeah, Strad's bad.
Okay,
Well,
then
Strad's
I'm
currently
gonna.
We're
got
bad.
Stella wrapped round him, and Mordekainen and him are throwing fireballs at each other.
If you kill Stella, we won't have to worry about it anymore.
I'm gonna try and get involved.
Good and
So-
bad is just like sociological constructs. There ain't really a such thing as good and bad or evil. You just gotta do what you think's right.
That's true, Karen. That's very deep.
That's how I justify what I do anyway.
crossbow's crowded in the
Fire
head.
a crossbow, it just shoots across the room and sticks into the wall. Doesn't do anything, although it does make Strad more aware.
Okay.
And you just hear a, no, my friends are turning on me now.
Stop it. Get a grip.
It's a shame we didn't recatify her.
Are we gonna try and save Stella?
If
Are we?
We already saved Stella. We'll give it to our uncle.
Yeah, but she's in the middle of a wizard's duel. I don't think she really.
Yeah, but she wanted to be there.
yeah, she's been dumb.
Okay then. I was gonna try.
Stella,
and,
stop
run
being
in and-
dumb.
I was gonna try and run in and barrel into Strad.
Do
I
it,
mean-
do it. Yeah, do
Yeah,
it.
don't get me wrong, I think we
Yeah?
should save her, but I just,
Right, I'm gonna try and save her. Right. I'm
Okay.
gonna try and
Roll to
grab
try
her.
and save Stella. Okay. You
14.
charge in. You run straight at Stella. You kind of tackle Stella off of Strad, which pulls Strad out of the way, and a fireball that would have hit him in the face misses and shatters the window behind.
Damn it!
It was worth it.
I'm gonna roll Stella out of the way and go drag her behind a desk or something.
She's literally as you do that, she's literally clawing, as in she's trying to get back to her uncle.
Guys, she doesn't want to live. I just let her go.
Stella.
I just let her go.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Just
tried
let her
our
go.
best, but there ain't
tried.
nothing stupid.
Come on, let's all attack Strahd. Come on, you guys.
I mean,
Nah.
what's he done to us, though?
Everything?
This the epic conclusion.
Well,
Shouldn't we fight, you guys? Aren't we heroes?
Nah, not
It's true.
really. I'm not sure.
I'm just gonna look over and go, think about it. Once we kill this guy, we can loot this entire castle.
that is true.
Think of the stuff.
The things and the stuff.
All the stuff.
Okay. Rosie fires something that Strad easily knocks out of the way. And
Oh, stupid
he seems
wizard.
concentrating on you and Mordecai at the moment. Mordecai is sort of trying to move to the other side, so he's flanking Strad.
Since I've no longer got Stella, I'm gonna pull out my daggers and make a stab for Strad.
Okay, roll.
What are those doing, by the way?
Nope. I'm
Natural
not.
1. Meg jumps forward. Stella dives in the way and says, "No, don't hurt my uncle!" As Meg sinks both daggers deep into Stella.
Oh,
I was shocked. I'm like, oh
You sort of
Oh, no.
land with your knee on Stella's chest, both daggers almost through her, piercing both shoulders. Stella looks at you with innocence in her eyes, and then everything fades and she dies.
no. I just let go of the daggers and crawl away in shock, going, oh my god!
Oh shit, says Rosie.
Well, shit, I guess there ain't nothing we can do, and we should probably just leave now.
Oh shit.
I'm in the middle of the room.
Done this.
what have you done, Meg? What have you done?
Oh, I thought his stupid Stella always getting in the fucking way.
She's such a stupid whore!
Stella, you're literally the worst. Why did we ever change you back to a human?
Meg's just cursing at her, calling her everything. It's you stupid, absolute bint. What are you doing?
Why did you
Why
steal
are you
Os-
doing that?
Why did you steal Osmond's moment, Meg?
I wanted a moment for myself, thank you.
Oh god, why did you steal Osmond's moment? So as Meg sort of is moving away, Mordecai and Strad, they seem to both start to hover in the air, and both seem to have a proper weapon-based duel rather than throwing balls at each other. So you hear the sound of both of them smacking weapons off each other, an actual serious duel.
See, we can't get involved in that. Look at how cool those guys are.
Yeah, I ain't that tall.
Throw a book at him. Something.
One of the elves and is so are you guys his groupies or what is going on with that?
Yeah, what's your deal?
The elves are just sort of standing at the side, just being ah. You can talk to them if you want, but they seem transfixed by the fight.
How high up are the two, Mordecai and Strad fighting?
20 centimeters.
All
I
their
think.
shoes up.
Yeah, but
So
they're
could
they're
I,
just floating in the air like Beauty and the Beast. No. Let's say they're about 3 meters up.
So could I convince one of the elves to let me ride on its shoulders?
Roll for it. Come on. After the last time what happened when someone was on your shoulders, sure, roll for it. Yes, you convince one of the male elves to let you ride on their shoulders.
Everybody grab an ale. Can I just start punching at whoever I can reach now?
No, we're going for Strahd. We're going for the bad guy.
I told you,
Karen
Granny
is now
was just
straddling an
monstrous.
elf with her hands like held on to, like one hand like full fist in his hair, while the other one's What weapons have you got now, Karen?
I have a hook knife.
Okay, waving a hook knife.
On a trench knife.
As the one staggers forward with that roll, she accidentally slices through the elf's face. So she's got one hand on top of the elf. His face from like the bottom of his nose up across to the top of his forehead is now pissing blood.
It's
and he's
fine.
spinning around, not sure how to get Karen off of his face.
Just walk.
As Karen is waving this hook knife.
Just walk it off. Walk it off. It ain't nothing.
Left a bit, right a bit, right a bit. You're right, not my right.
And charge forward. So, what are the rest of you doing now? Karen is playing Buckaroo.
I am gonna pull my daggers out of the now dead Stella.
Okay, you wrench your daggers out of Stella. They seem warm to the touch.
That's how you know she was alive, right up until you stabbed her.
Yeah, how did that girl you stabbed in the crypt feel? Was she warm?
She was
I
no.
don't think any of you ever checked it yet. So, yeah.
Oh no.
Just try and take their shoes off. Karen, try and take their shoes off.
Sorry.
Can I try and tie Strahd's shoes together?
Sure, roll.
Oh my god.
Natural 20. So Karen forgoes the hook knife. She grabs Strahd's ankles and begins tying his shoelaces together. Once she's tied them together, she notices that he kind of does notice her and kicks back and shoves her backwards. She staggers backwards, but his shoes are now tied together.
This is some Looney Tunes stuff right here.
We just
Alright,
need to lure him to some stairs.
Go for a crossbow again.
Okay, you shoot the crossbow again. It just sort of deflected.
So wizardy.
So, what are the rest of you doing?
Well, I don't want to climb on an elf.
There's a desk in the room. Is the desk tall enough to climb on and attack?
There is, but they're not near the desk.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Look around the rooms. Is there something important in the room?
There's maps and stuff all over the desk, but that's about it. And you notice beneath the balcony is a very large waterfall that seems to run straight down.
What, kind of coming out of the castle?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
There's a sort of like natural spring coming up under the castle and rolling down.
I admire the architecture. For my turn.
Okay, so it's back to Karen and Meg, really.
I don't know how we're gonna get up there. Besides riding an elf, and I don't really want to ride an elf.
Our only way out?
That's going to be the quote of the episode. I want to get up there by riding an elf, and I don't really want to ride an elf.
Lexa, you got any ideas? Sorry, Rosie.
Are you saying that's our only way out? Is out of the window? Or could we just leave?
You can just leave if you want, but there is a swan at the doorway at the moment.
It's true. Between a swan and a waterfall.
Can I direct my elf to the window?
To do what?
Can I steer the elf to the window?
You can, yes.
Oh god.
Do I have to roll to steer elf?
No, well, considering his eyes are full of blood, sure, actually, make him roll. Yep, you managed to steer him over there.
Some good rolls from Karen.
Sweet, he can't see.
He's basically blind at the moment because he's got so much
Right.
blood in his eyes.
I'm going to direct him to go forward, so we'll both tumble out of the window into the waterfall of safety.
What?
How far down did the
The
waterfall
waterfall
go?
does seem to drop like the entire like height of the castle, which is about maybe a mile down.
I don't think that's a good idea, Karen.
Yeah,
saw
well,
Maybe
safety.
about half a mile down.
I got something to break my fall.
That's not the point.
I mean,
Okay, so while Karen is charging one direction, what are the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna try and stop her.
I don't know.
I'm gonna try and tackle the elf.
Roll to tackle the elf.
Oh fuck.
Yep, you barrel through the elf. Karen falls, smashing her face on the stone below.
Karen, are you insane?
Karen spits out a tooth. The elf is screaming because he can't see, and now he's had his knees taken out.
I saved your life.
No, I was going to ride him to safety.
No, you were gonna ride him to the underworld. That's where you were gonna ride him.
that does sound pretty metal.
The name of Ozmand's next underworld.
Riding to the
Next
underworld.
underwear, yeah.
Right, on an elf. That's the
Riding on an
subtitle.
elf.
Guys, we have a situation. Come on.
It's stuck. They're a long way
We're
up.
stuck between the
Yeah.
and the swan, and I don't really care about the swan.
Just want to shout out. Hey, Strahd, your niece is dead.
I tried to save you. You didn't even do nothing.
Yeah, and like I lost my elf.
What we're saying
Priorities,
is,
Karen.
we're not going to rate this castle particularly highly.
What's Archie doing right now as well?
Archie is just managed to get into the room and is currently fighting with the swan.
Oh god.
Are they circling?
You get that swan in a headlock, Archie.
They picked up some weird sci-fi weapons.
Use leverage.
Okay. Someone roll me to see what happens with Archie and the swan.
9.
Okay. Archie gets knocked backwards. A stray firebolt from Strahd incinerates Archie within seconds.
Archie!
Crumbles into dust. The swan goes and starts running towards the rest of you.
Oh god.
I'm gonna. I want to stand in front of the balcony and wave my arms at the swan.
Okay.
She never got to finish her priceless plate collection.
Right. Roll to see. Let's do a swan shock. There you go.
Oh,
The swan barrels through you all and doesn't fall off the ledge because she managed to catch all of you and shoves you all down and starts pecking at you.
Well,
Oh, you bastard.
Ah!
Get off us, you bastard swan.
weird boats tonight.
Yeah, there's a proper combat going on. There's 4 people desperately trying to beat up a swan.
Yeah, there's like a giant cinematic wizard duel going on, and meanwhile, right underneath it, you're getting in a fight with the swan.
It's yay!
Kick the
Meg,
swan off
but-
us.
I've
Meg-
kicked the swan. I'm
Meg
kicking the swan.
stabs the swan with the dagger.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The swan staggers backwards. It doesn't seem to bleed when she pulls the dagger out and charges forward again. And instead of it hitting Meg, she charges through the elf who was on his knees crying and covered in blood. And she just sort of like barges through him and shoves him off the edge of the ledge. You hear an elf plummet off the edge and you hear "No!"
God damn it, now I've got to convince another elf.
Plummet, eh?
I'm just gonna look at Karen and go, that could be new. Doesn't matter if you had
Yeah.
someone underneath you.
That was my plan.
The swan turns to face the rest of you and it goes back to the waterfall and it goes and it looks like it's about to charge you. What do
Somebody
you do?
push it.
Right, I'm going to charge back at it and try and get it off of the ledge.
Well, I will help you.
Well, I want to try and throw my black cultist robe over it.
Okay, roll through your robe over it. Yep, you throw your robe over it and the other two manage to wrestle the swan. You can't push it off, but you can get it damn close.
Karen!
Yeah, I'm going to run and shoulder tackle it.
Roll. Right.
Fuck.
Karen runs, trips, barges into Ozmand, who barges into everyone else, and the swan gets shunted backwards and the swan plummets off the edge of the platform.
Hooray! What happens
Oh, you
to
hear
us?
We can't swans fly.
Don't say that.
Okay, grab the edge.
So
I'm gonna
the
grab
rest of
the
you are all
edge.
standing looking over the edge as this wizard duel is going on above you, and at this point you hear a ha-ha, and you watch Mordekainen fly down next to you, just managed to grab the edge of the railing and hangs off it, and Strahd sort of slowly lowers to the ground and says, "You don't have it in you. I'm gonna send you down that waterfall again."
You should run at him, Strahd, and like kick him off. It'll be really cool.
So he's quite close to us then.
Yeah, so all of us.
Standing next to you, holding onto the railing with one hand, as Strad's sort of monologuing over him.
I'm gonna look to Ozmand and like give them the eyes to like both of us jump Strad.
Can I just sort of sidle around to behind Strahd?
Yep.
Okay, you don't need me to roll to.
No.
Can I stab him in the back with a sun sword?
Roll. You draw the sword and you swing forward. Strahd easily dodges your blow and you barrel forward, rolling through Mordekainen and off the edge of the platform.
Oh fuck! I'm gonna try and grab Ozmand before falling off.
Roll to try and grab us. Yes, you managed to grab us.
Oh, no, I'm holding on to his feet. I've got him, guys. Don't worry. I've got his feet.
So, as
Good
Oz is
job.
now dangling upside down with a wizard grabbing round his wrist, trying to
Can
hold
I-
on as well.
Can I try and grab onto the railing with my tail?
Good plan.
Good job, Oz. It was really good for you to help Straight out by killing that wizard.
I'm still holding on to him.
Karen, go for Strad.
Hang on, a random event needs to happen.
Oh god.
Oh, Jesus. Right, okay. As you're all sort of dangling and Strad is still monologuing, you feel a sort of weird, like, sensation as the swan flies up the speed of a bullet, going through the wizard, Oz, and Meg, and through Strad himself, and crashing everyone, flying back, leaving a huge hole in the balcony. So everyone is lying on the floor in the main room, covered in broken glass and cuts, as this swan is standing dominant in the middle of the room, honking profusely and sort of threatening everyone with a sort of "come on, bitches" look to its face.
Straight, I think this swan means to take your crown or whatever. Maybe I should deal with that.
Isn't she supposed to be his wife?
No, that's a swan.
No. Oh, okay. No, but isn't E.T. supposed to be like his wife, like maid?
No, that's just a swan, Meg. It's just a
Okay.
normal swan.
Oh yeah, it's total Nora Swan. Yeah, I forgot about that. Well, when we found the totally remember
One
now.
princess monster wife.
Shh, her name's Princess. Swan's name's Princess. That's her
The
name.
Swan
character.
Princess. Really?
Yeah, Stretch, you should deal with this insurrection.
Okay.
Just to
Strad-
clarify, I thought we were hanging from the balcony.
You were.
How am I back in the room? I'm not back in the room, am I?
You are. Because the
Okay.
swan basically rammed through all of you.
So like some kind of crazy knocked us back onto the
It
balcony.
barreled through the wizard, you, Meg, and Strad.
Okay.
So it shoved all of you back and created a huge dent in the balcony. So the balcony itself has now got barrier along maybe the first meter, and then this huge semicircle gap where it's just a sheer drop.
Okay. Well, to be honest, that's better than it was before.
Is Strad still in the air?
No, Strad's kneeling on the floor, covered in slashes from all these glass that's shattered.
Can I just pat him on the back and be like, alright, Strad, I could see you've got your work cut out for you. I'll see you later.
Roll.
Stab him, Karen.
Yes, stab him. Everyone stab him.
Karen pats him on the back. He grabs Karen by the hand and literally does and snaps Karen's wrist.
Oh shit.
Fucking hell.
I mean, I
I'm
feel like
crossbow for that.
that was a disproportionate response to what just happened.
So Karen is now crumpled forward with a broken wrist. Strad begins to hover again and says, "I see you have lots of tricks, old man. Will this swan familiar of yours won't kill me?"
I'm gonna get myself to my feet and try and jump him, seeing as he's not too high, and
Okay.
try and stab his legs.
Okay.
Yeah, stab his legs. Go for his legs.
You slice in his legs, you manage to do a glancing blow. He still shrugs you off relatively easily, but he is bleeding slightly now. And Mortikainen also begins to rise into the air as the swan desperately pecks at the air beneath them.
Good one.
The swan, realising now it can't take either of them, has started making a beeline for the rest of you.
Oh god.
Swan, why is you betraying us? Kill this man, you can be the princess of Barovia.
On the other hand, the swan is not blocking the entrance anymore.
This is true.
We could run.
Yeah, I'm gonna run.
Are you gonna run past the swan?
I'm gonna run around the swan.
Okay.
Yeah, let's run around.
Roll to run around the swan, everyone.
Yay.
I'm rolled so terribly.
Oz gets taken down by the swan.
Ah, fuck, shit. Ah.
She pecks profusely at you, trying to sort of peck your face.
Noticing that my band buddy has been taken out, I'm gonna nip back in and try and haul him.
Okay.
Ozmand, I appreciate your noble sacrifice. You won't be forgotten.
Come on, Oz, you're our
Fuck
buddy.
you,
Come on.
Karen.
Okay. Meg runs in, grabs Oz, and just rips him out from under the swan.
Come on, buddy.
The swan is still very angrily pecking towards you and moves and chases after you. As you reach the doorway, you
I was gonna say,
bump
can we close the door
into
behind us.
you bump into two people who were standing in the doorway.
Do not go in there. Whoo-wee.
I think you'll find that what I am looking for is in there.
Alright, then knock
You're into swans, are you? Okay.
No, I'm into the other two.
That's fine, you just go past. I don't really care anymore.
But I think you should hang around. There might be better deals for you later.
Nah, that's fine, I'll catch you later, bye.
Are they people we recognise?
It's the Lich and Fergus.
I don't recognise the Lich, though.
Yeah, you were outside.
Defending the car.
Defending the cart against the ghost bandits.
Yes.
That's Lich, Rosie whispers.
Lich, where was you when I was defending the cart against ghost bandits?
Well, I think, Miss Lebowski, that you didn't defend against any ghost bandits. In
Well, I
fact,
tried,
you
but they
sold the cart for a tobacco pouch, which you forgot to claim before they left.
Karen!
I mean, since when would you trust a Lich?
Well, you seem to know a lot when we talked before.
I think you sold them for this. And he holds up a very bulging tobacco pouch, which he throws down at your feet.
Give me that, that's mine, but also completely unrelated to the subject matter.
It had all our stuff in it, Karen.
We'll talk about this later, Karen.
Yeah,
after
but
we're out.
this has tobacco in it.
You sold our cart.
No, I didn't know it was stolen.
Cart had tobacco in it.
No, it was stolen. The cart was stolen.
At this point, you hear a... and you look back into the main room, and Mortakainen has been given a serious wound across the chest. And is now, he has landed on the ground next to you, and he is bleeding profusely from the chest.
I really wish he'd stop living next to us because we keep trying to leave and he keeps pulling us back in.
Bit of more there. You're doing a great job.
He tries to get back to his feet, and he's seriously struggling now to get to his feet.
Can I cast heal on him? I've had it on my spell sheet for the whole campaign.
You try to heal him, it doesn't seem to do much.
Oh,
but
cool.
when Strad lowers to the ground and starts monologuing, the swan starts attacking him.
Okay.
Crossbow.
Rosie shoots a crossbow towards Strad. It lances the same leg that Meg got earlier.
Yes.
So, Strad is currently fighting off the swan, and Mortakainen is literally struggling to breathe. What the rest are you doing?
It's almost like this guy has one of them Achilles heels, so we should all shoot him in the ankle.
Consistently in the same ankle.
Yeah.
Are we gonna have to go back in and try and kill him again? Want to go for another round?
Not really, I kinda just wanna go home.
At this point, you hear a very sickening, snap, and you look back in the room and see the swan collapses on the ground dead, and Strad's hands are soaked in blood of the swan.
I'm not annoyed about that, really, to be honest.
He's like, I told you I'd kill your familiar.
Yeah, that was your cleaner.
At this
Found it
point,
downstairs.
in true dramatic style, you see Mortakainen channeling something, and he fires a huge bolt of fire into Strad's face.
Hey.
Duck.
Strad, his arm literally gets shuddered, as in it looks like his arm might be almost ripped off, and you notice him drop to his knees in a very pained expression, clutching the shoulder joint.
If his arm's almost off, can I jump on his back and try and hack it off with my hook knife?
Roll.
Everyone attack!
While Karen's doing that, I'm gonna try and go for the other side.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanna...
Karen
Brave.
jumps on his back and starts hacking away at the remnants of the arm.
This won't be the first arm we took from some guy we don't really know.
I want to go for a decapitation with the sun sword.
Okay, roll. Okay, Karen pulls the arm she's trying to rip off up as you're slicing, and you slice through that arm. He shrieks in pain, shrugs Karen off, and runs to the back of the room. He smashes into one of the bookcases, and it leads into a door. So he's basically used a secret exit from the room.
Was you born in a barn?
Follow him, guys.
Mortakainen is in pieces. He's like... He doesn't look like he's going to live much longer. As
Rosie
you
runs over to him.
sort of go over to try and talk to him, Esmeralda appears carrying tubs, and she says, I brought your friend from downstairs. I think you might need him at some point.
Friend's a bit strong. But
Yeah.
Keep a hold of him. Thanks again, the way you keep a hold of him.
She places tubs on the floor and turns to Mortakainen and begins trying to heal him. He pushes her off and says, Go get the cart! He's weak. He won't last long. We can only escape the fog while he's distracted. And he meekly tries to get to his feet, but he's very wobbly. Esmeralda sprints down the stairs And you notice at this point the Lich walking in the room going, "It's okay. The rest of you just follow Strahd. He needs to die. I will deal with our little friend here. He'll be safe, don't worry."
I mean, no, can we not just use this opportunity to like peace out?
No, if you peace out now, I will kill you.
Ah!
Wow, that don't seem too very nice. That ain't very hospital.
He sort of looks at you, grins a very strange grin, and says, "Because things have to be done, and hands have to be kept clean."
Well, I mean, I got this hand right here, and can I just start waving Strahd's arm?
You can, yes. Mordecai spits like a huge blob of blood onto the floor and says, "You have to go after him. You have to kill him. He has to die. He can't rejuvenate."
Can you stop with the blood? Like, you can't...
decapitate him.
You already turned the cleaner into a swan and she's dead now.
So we better go after him.
Let's go, let's go, let's go! Rosie runs after him.
But is the Lich being left with Mordecai or the
Yes.
or Tubbs? Okay, he's being left with Mordecai.
With
And
the
on
swan.
the floor, the voice of, "I'm Piddlewick too." Still there.
I'm just gonna like stand on his voice box and crush it because
Hey now, man.
It's really annoying after a while.
I pick it up and I say, "I'll fix you, buddy."
Okay.
I just imagine Ozmand sweeping all the bits of him into her back.
Yeah, I'm gonna like Chewbacca him round with me.
Oh.
He's gonna be my new hype man.
The bell tolls. The end is nigh. For this week, at least. Join us again next week for more of our tale. This podcast is an adaptation of Curse of Strahd, a 5th edition D&D adventure. It was adapted from the original story by Nikoli. The podcast features Nikoli, Amy, Belry, AJ, Lexa, and Matt. All music was written and performed by Boström. Artwork was by John Moore.